All right, it is now time for our app of the week. Today, it's a San Francisco startup that is trying to make birth control affordable and more accessible to women. It's called Nurx, and their web-based app lets women go online, order their chosen contraception, and then have it delivered to them within 48 hours. With us now is Nurx CEO and co-founder Hans Gangaskar. Hans, thanks for being here with us.
Thank you for having me.
Let's talk about birth control and the accessibility factor first here in the United States versus some other countries. It is, difficult here. I mean, you have to go to the doctor, you have to get a prescription versus other countries where you don't necessarily need one.
Exactly. So in over half the countries in the world, birth control is totally over the counter. You can go and pick it up. And in a lot of other countries, it's sort of under the counter. So you can go to the pharmacy and explain why you need birth control, and they'll give it to you from under the counter. And that's happening in California too, and it's a really great development. But basically, most women in the US who get birth control, they have to go to the doctor, get a prescription, take that prescription to the pharmacy to get the drugs. Yeah. And that's a process that takes a lot of time.
It takes time, and that doctor's visit could often cost you as well. Let's talk about the inspiration for Nurx. This is a web-based app.
Yes.
Let's talk about the inspiration for it. How'd you guys come up with it?
So my co-founder Edward and I were sort of exploring development in telehealth and looking at all the exciting stuff that's happened there. You can sort of get a video consultation with a doctor, but then we looked at that still takes the same amount of time for the doctor. It still takes the same amount of time for the user, and video conferencing can be really tough. And then we were talking, and Eddie was saying, every Friday night, I have a number of female friends who call me and they're like, I'm on my last pill and it's like the pharmacy closes in 15 minutes. Can you just phone in my prescription? Because I really need this. And we started thinking, how can we make that experience less stressful? How can we make that better and just take all that stress away? And that's how we came up with this.
So tell us, how does Nurx work? How does the app work?
Yeah, so you go on to our site, nurx.co. You choose a pill if you know which one you need, or you just ask one of our doctors to pick one for you. And then we ask you a set of questions and you fill in some health information, take a picture of your ID and a picture of your insurance card, and you're done. Then we send all your info to one of our doctors and they'll review it all. It's a real doctor looking through your information. And if you had any questions, they'll respond to the questions, and if you want them to call you, they'll call you. But most of the time they'll write the script straight away, and then we ship the drugs out from a partner pharmacy.
Okay, you said show the insurance card. What if you don't have insurance? Let's talk about the cost.
So if you don't have insurance, you have to pay for the pills, but you don't pay anything more than what the birth control costs. So the cheapest birth control that we offer without insurance costs $14 a month.
Okay. And then what about those delivery fees or anything like that?
We
shipping?
don't charge that. If you choose USPS for shipping, it's totally free. You can get it same day with Postmates or Uber, and then we charge what they charge. So typically it's $8 to $12.
And what do you guys say to those people that are feeling like, you should go to the doctor, you should go through that physical before you are prescribed birth control?
So we actually think this is a better experience, and we hear this from a lot of our users. Like I got an email from a user yesterday who said, this is so amazing because I felt that I could ask so many questions of the doctor through Nurx that I would never have been able to ask face-to-face to a doctor. And that's really where we think this is so helpful. A lot of young women are scared when they come into the doctor's office, or their mom's sitting out in the hallway waiting, and this just gives you that much more comfort, and you can use this while you're in a safe space, be that at home or your friend's house or your favorite coffee shop. And a lot of these interactions are very stressful when you're sitting face to face with a stranger, and for birth control, it's completely safe to deliver it this way.
Okay.
All our interactions are based on the CDC guidelines, and we collect all the information the CDC says that you need to have to prescribe birth control.
Following the guidelines, and you have doctors there as well to provide these prescriptions.
Exactly.
Okay, so and it's nurx.co.
Exactly.
All right, Hans Gangaskar, thank you so much for being here. And also that information, it's on KTVU.com for people that need a link to get over to that one.